Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Let's Keep It Real podcast. I'm Mario, and I'm here with Austin.
Yo.
And today's topic, we are talking about the gym. And I know Austin and me have some experience with the gym. We've been going for a little while now. We've transformed our bodies. We know decent bit about it, not as much as some of these influencers online. I think everybody at this point is, seeing these influencers, or at some point has maybe tried going to the gym. Because, it's a big thing that people are pushing in the world today. And I just want to ask you, Austin, so how has your experience been with the gym and transforming yourself?
It's been amazing. I started going to the gym around like my freshman year, and I feel like it's really changed me, like making me more confident, feeling like myself, like feeling like more whole, and that like I have no worries really. Because if I keep going to the gym and eating healthy, there's no worries in that, and I just feel like I'm just gonna be a better person like the more I work out. And I feel like it's really impacted my life, because I used to be like a short, fat, depressed little kid probably, and really shy, but now I'm wanting to interact more. I'm wanting to get better,
Bring that
and look
confidence.
better. Yeah, bring that confidence. You've been going to the gym too, right? I want to hear about that. How's that been?
So, let's see. My sophomore year, I actually transformed my body the first time. That was very difficult at first. I didn't want to do it, but it just kind of came. I had my cousin Skylar there by my side, who was also losing weight with me. There's also we were able to get massages and stuff like that. Cold baths, stuff like that. Just with ice and all that, just really helping me recover and kind of just like build my body up and lose that weight. Originally when I did the first time, I lost about 20 pounds, and now this time I've lost 40. I went back up to 200 pounds. I lost the weight again, and yeah, overall my health is better. I'm more athletic. I can do a lot of things I wasn't able to before, and I've made a bunch of little goals, and it just keeps you going in life when in the gym you are just able to constantly keep making this progress. And it may not be a week by week thing, but definitely you'll eventually see it and it pays off.
Yeah, honestly, at first when I started working out, like I wasn't really looking for like that much change. I just loved the feeling. Like I would go and work out with my dad every single day, and I would love just being with him in the gym, like just that moment with me and him, and then kind of just realizing this is what I love doing. Like I love working out, and I love just getting better at it, and like finding new ways of working out and getting in shape. And it just really had a big impact in my life, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely had an impact on my life too. When I was going with my cousin Skyler, I learned about a lot of things. My form wasn't good. I'm still working on a bunch of things when it comes to going to the gym. I'm still not super experienced. I'm transforming my body for a second time. I'm experienced when it comes to like dieting, transformation and stuff like that. But otherwise, I'm not very good at this type of thing, but I really enjoy those moments I had with my cousin Skyler, because he was able to like teach me a lot. They gave me kind of like the building blocks to basically know like how am I going to do this, like how am I going to work out when I go to the gym, and I kind of like figured that out from him. I started searching that video, stuff like that, seeing it everywhere, and got into the gym, and I transformed myself.
Yeah, that's amazing. And like making investments in it, like looking at videos, trying to get better. I feel like I still to this day don't know like half the workouts I do and what they're called. Like you could bring it up to me like, "Oh, bro, you're doing I don't
Alternating
yeah,
bicep curls.
alternating bicep curls." I don't even know what that is, but I guess I've been doing it for 2 years straight, and but it's really helped me. So, you don't always need to know the name of it. You just need to like kind of go with where you know,
You just need to kind of
what you
like go
know.
with. You just need to kind of like know like what it is, like what you're at least working out, because you don't want to go oof like dumbbells and like have no clue what you're working out, because like you're like, oh, what are you working out? I got no clue. Just like shaking your head and
Yeah.
everything. You just like, it's just like you don't need to like really work that, because you're already doing that with your other exercise. It's like things like that. But like I don't know. I just find it kind of funny when people sometimes don't know kind of what the basic ones are. But I see why people don't know them. As long as you really just know what you're working out, I feel like you'll be fine. Because I think there's a lot of tutorials and stuff out there to like show you like, oh, like you work at this part of the bicep, like short head, long head, brachialis, like stuff like that. I know what those are personally because I got really deep into it because I want to like grow my arms. But yeah, it's neither here nor there. I just want to get swole.
Yeah.
I want to get big, dude. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of being a puny little stick.
Me too. I feel like the harder I try, I'm more motivated to keep going. Like recently, I've been kind of slacking off, I feel like, but then I kind of got in that mindset, like, where do I want to be? Like, where do I want to look like? What are the experiences I want with my body? Like, I want to be able to go to the beach and be like absolutely shredded and not have a worry in the world of what I didn't do the past 5 years. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And it just, like, the drive, like, I feel like I've been hitting it way harder, like, going way more weight, but just, like, fewer reps. I feel like that's really kind of, like, transformed me, getting, like, better pumps in the gym. What do you feel about, like, getting pumps in the gym? How do you feel about that?
I love getting a pump in the gym. I love just looking. I don't know. There's just something about looking myself in the mirror and I see my arms are just plump, like my biceps are huge, absolutely ginormous, where I can barely take my shirt off to like look in the mirror at my pump. You know, I enjoy that. That is one of the things I enjoy. I enjoy looking at myself while I'm sweaty in the mirror, and I got a pump. As weird as that sounds, you know, a lot of people know that's like the best feeling after you've worked out hard.
Yeah, not weird at all.
In the mirror.
Not weird at all. Yeah, it's just a different, like, whenever you see yourself like that, like. And you could see it in the mirror, like you tried like hard for like that sweat and that pump. Like you feel like really glad. You kind of get like a sense of like euphoria almost. Just like, wow, like I'm like bigger than I think I am. Like what I'm seeing is bigger than my thoughts in my head right now. Like I'm looking great. Like I'm feeling great. And it just overall just completely changes your mind and how you feel most of the time. I mean, there is like, I definitely get a sense where I look at myself, I'm like, I'm not as big as I wish I could be. But some days I'm looking at myself and I'm like glad of where I came from. Like I'm glad about I started off like
glad of your roots.
Yeah, my roots, like where I started and where I am now. Like it might not as be like what I envision, but when I look back at it, it's even more than what I envision. Like what I look like now is way more than I thought I ever could at my like the age I started from right now.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that, you know, but at first like I thought I'd be lifting a lot heavier weight. I'm not. I'm a shorter guy. I got a smaller frame, you know. It's still easy for me to put on muscle, but you know, I had to start with lighter weights. I'm still doing lighter weights right now cuz I'm doing like very strict form. I can do heavier weight, just not strict form. And you know, it's just been like a consistency thing with me where I've been constantly making the goal like, ooh, I wanna look shredded, I wanna look this and that, but I'm like, I need to kind of like slow it down a little bit, slow my roll, cause I'm not gonna lie, if I have those expectations that are too high, it may seem unreachable, because that is something that can take forever. That's a long-term goal, not something I wanna try and make myself achieve in a short amount of time, because I'm pretty sure if I wanted to look that shredded, I'd probably have to starve myself and have to be on some sort of David Goggins routine. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm just saying I'd rather it be a long-term goal because it'd be easier.
I feel like having a big long-term goal is not necessarily needed, but like to be known, and then you just have like small challenges around, like you just think about goals and like short terms, but then you have a big goal, but then you're going towards short goals that you can meet in a certain amount of time. Like maybe like a year I'll meet this goal, the next year I'll meet this goal. And then you keep going from that, and then it'll kind of build your overall goal. I feel like, especially like if you're really into working out and you kind of want to compete, like I've been thinking about competing recently actually. But
probably could.
Yeah, it sounds like ridiculous to me though, that from where I started, like I never, like, that's never where I even wanted to go. I kind of just wanted to feel better about myself. But then now I'm just like crazy into it. Like I love doing it and found a passion for it. And I feel like competing would be like an overall really big goal. And I can see myself making like small improvements, meaning small goals to get there one day.
Oh no, I definitely agree. There's like a lot of people out there that are like doing stuff like that. There's this guy I follow on Instagram. So he's doing like a series called like Dad to Chad, basically. So he's a father and he's actually doing a bodybuilding show. He's actually doing really great. I can't remember the guy. I can't really credit him right now. But the dude is like doing good. He's doing a bodybuilding show. He's absolutely shredded, leaned out. You know, other guys were able to do that too. Like look at Sam Sulek. Like some of these guys are roided out of their minds. But you know, but like they're doing the like heavier, like big bodybuilding. They're doing like the stuff that Ronnie Coleman and them have done to Mr. Olympia. You know, that's really hard and difficult competition. But you were saying off camera, well, off the podcast, I mean, that I look like Togi.
Yeah, you kind of do. You kind of give those gambling, those smoking, that drinking type.
Withdrawals.
No, I'm just playing. But you just look like Togi. You're not anything like Togi.
I don't want to be anything like Togi. And you know, those guys are absolutely roided out. You know, like props to them for getting that big. But come on, man, you guys are not gonna live that long.
One thing I like about Togi though, not his personality like wise, but like he goes for it. Like he'll lose his life savings to make a video out of it to make more money than his life savings, pretty much. Like that's what he keeps doing. Like he keeps like showcasing like his life falling apart, literally,
And then he makes
in like
more
the
money.
stupidest way, and then people love it. Like they love hearing about that, like losing all this money, and then they love seeing people just gamble all their money away, and that just gives them more sponsors to get more money out of it, first of all. And he goes to the gym every day. His gym progress is insane, but he's like taking all these roids and showcasing it. People always love seeing people like abuse steroids for some reason. I really don't know why, but I mean, I do know why. It's because he's gonna look absolutely insane on steroids, but he's kind of ruining his life towards it. It's kind of like a way of selling your soul. I feel like a lot of people
Yeah.
sell their soul to social media. Like you're gonna spend your life savings and take steroids and showcase it online. That is the definition of selling your soul. I'm being so serious.
And he's gambling and he's like punching holes through like monitors and tossing. He's saying bank, 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 and tossing them, and he just like looks lifeless on his like Instagram lives or whatever he's like on. It's so bad. I don't understand how he is living, but I think I think Togi's really funny though. He's definitely probably going to pass away. Surprised he hasn't. I mean, Larry Wills said he's surprised he hasn't passed away. Like those guys aren't on. Those guys claim they're not on as much as him, like the dangerous stuff. I don't believe that. But Jesus.
Yeah, I feel like people like Ronnie Coleman, they used to do all that stuff, but then they got away from it. But I bet they weren't even abusing it that much. Like Ronnie Coleman wasn't abusing drugs and alcohol.
Ronnie Coleman looks like a deflated football now.
Yeah, he does. But Togi's gonna look even worse because he's doing all those drugs and alcohol on top of that steroids. So he's gonna look even more deflated.
Yeah, that's like the best way to describe it. After you've done all those roids, you just look deflated, like your body just not ready for it. Your skin's all saggy and everything. It just looks terrible.
You wanna know a crazy transformation I want to talk about is the Nico Avocado transformation. What do you feel about that?
The Nico Cotto avocado transformation. Dude, that how do you go about that? How do you go about this social experiment to do that? Sorry, I just blanked for a second. I had to think of what it was called.
I feel like I saw it coming though. Like I feel like every time I watched his video, I like knew he was gonna do something. I knew like
You
he
never
wasn't
seen
gonna
in
like
public.
kill. Like I knew he wasn't gonna like die from like eating and eating and eating. Like I knew he was gonna have like some crazy transformation because he hasn't posted in like 8 months since that. So
I mean, I knew it was gonna happen because like you never see him in public either. And you know he'll record videos with people. Then you're like, wait a minute, they look different than they do today in like the most recent videos, because he was just doing stunts everywhere. You know, it's funny. I enjoy it. I think apparently on TikTok they might have released some. Apparently he said like it was all fake. I think he's just trying to reel in views because he definitely still has lost the weight. That is not the same.
No, that's not the
That-
same man.
That is not the same man. That is not the same man from before. He did not shave his head for this a social experiment ahead of time to gain weight. Say he lost weight, then still had the weight.
I mean, physically, he made like a great transformation. Like, but like personally, I would never be friends with Nico Avocado. Like, he's just not that type of personality I I like at all. He's kind of like, he's very suspect.
Suspect, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the best way you can describe it without getting canceled. Because there's a lot of cancelable things that he does. So almost
Well, just like eating and eating and eating and then making out with your boyfriend. That's very weird. And
and
props
then,
to your
argue-
transformation, but bro, you're not coming back from that.
And he argues with them. They're like talking about divorcing and doing all this. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of crazy things. But yeah, that's kind of just the fitness world. That's kind of like a peek into our lives, what we think about the fitness world in general. And, that's about it. This is the Let's Keep It Real podcast for Mario and Austin, and that'll be all for today.
Peace.